Welcome back to another episode of Te Akau TV, joined here by host Lada Rada, who's back in New Zealand and ready to race on Saturday. Really looking forward to her race, but just a recap of the week that's been, had 10 winners since last Friday. So we started off at Riccarton on the synthetic with 3 really good efforts, obviously headed by Cognoscenti. He was really good. It was such a good effort from the horse to bounce back after what was a bit of a luckless run in the Riccarton during the Cup week, but he's bounced back well. High Roller, he's been a very frustrating horse. The owners have really had to be patient with him, but he's finally matured, strengthened. Getting him down to the South Island, change of environment certainly helped him. And then also Hello Best, the first starter, raced by Te Akau starting Glenn and Kathy Holmes, so well done to them. They're big supporters of the stable, and to win on debut it certainly was no easy feat. She was a horse that didn't really settle in that great down there, but just shows she's got real ability, so she's one to follow throughout. And then we had a couple of nice efforts out at Akau. Obviously Altari was really good first up. It was great to see him straight up over the 1500. He's got a bright season ahead, and Sibling Rivalry continued her good form from that maiden winner from Tiara. She looks to be a really promising sprinter for the stable, and really looking forward to seeing where she gets to this preparation. And then obviously Sunday we had 3 really exciting horses win. Obviously the 2-year-old Lara Antipova, who was our host last week, she was massive, obviously winning by 8 lengths. She's got a really bright future, so really looking forward to seeing where she gets to this season. And then obviously Stella Marbella, the full sister to Campionessa, just really put away a good field and did it really easily, so she's got a bright season also ahead. And then Drops of God really put them to the sword. It was a great ride by Vinny. He went forward and she found a good kick, so she's an exciting filly too. So we've got some really exciting horses. And then obviously on yesterday we had a really exciting horse win in day 1, obviously given to us by Lipitania. Really fortunate to get one out of Eleonora. She was obviously a superb racehorse. He's a horse that we've got on the Derby path. We've been very patient with him, and obviously they're starting to reap the rewards now, so really promising horse for the future. Obviously we've got 3 meetings to look forward to this weekend with Te Akau horses running in New Zealand. We start off with Tauranga on Friday, and then obviously Te Rapa, we've got a lot of good exciting horses in, and then on Sunday we've got a few nice chances at Trentham. Starting off in race 2 at Tauranga on Friday, really looking forward to Tagalomu. He's a horse that Yulong have given us to train, so we're very fortunate about that. He's been a horse just to take a while to mature, but straight up over 1500 metres will be ideal for him. He's got a bit of a sticky barrier to overcome, so we won't organise him out of the barriers. We'll just let Opie find his feet on him, but he's a really exciting staying prospect for the future. Then we move on to race 5, a horse called Bellish Boy. His full brother's doing an excellent job in Hong Kong for Jamie Richards, so hopefully this horse can get the job done. He will benefit from the race today. He is just improving with the more and more we do with him, but he's a really exciting galloper, and as I said, if he was to perform well, I'm sure that there'll be a lot of offers from overseas for him. And then in the last race, Top Shelf, a horse that's been ultra consistent this time round. Can't fault her in any races she's had. She's just been there or thereabouts. Bit of luck hopefully can be on her side today. Hayley Hassman's claim certainly will help her, and expect her to be right in the finish. Next we move on to Te Rapa, our premier meeting here in New Zealand over the weekend, where we start off in race 1 with this beautiful girl back from Australia in terrific order. Really cannot fault her. Her 2 exhibition gallops have been electric. From the draw it does make it a little bit sticky, but Hayley Hassman, she works in the uni barn with her. She knows the horse really well, temperament wise, the lot, so she'll work it out. And then we move on to Bravery Born in the same race. He's a horse that looks terrific. Look, he won the race at Taupo in the early spring, but in all honesty he probably didn't winter that well. He didn't develop into the sort of horse we did. We tipped him out and he's just come back a completely different horse. He's really strong, he's got plenty of condition on, he looks well, so expect a really cheeky run from him because he is unbeaten first up, which is going to hold him in good order for Saturday. And then we move on to the 2-year-old race, Sword of Stars. Having had that benefit of race day, certainly going to help her. Obviously the James Wellwood stablemate, it's going to be very tough to beat, but look, she ran second to Harvey Wallbanger and she was very vulnerable on that day, and she managed to close off as well as she did with only having that 600 metre trial. So look, she's got a lot of improvement to come for Saturday, and being the sponsorship race of DJ Bloodstock, They are a massive part of the Te Akau operation, so it'd be absolutely perfect and fitting if we were able to win that race for them. They're just lovely people, and that's the race that we really want to win for them. And then obviously we moved to Kuali Alpha Russia, a really promising horse off that last run throughout the rest of the season. Up to the mile will help her. Te Rapa, she raced well there in the past before. She finds herself in a very similar race as the Auckland Breeders. From that draw she should be able to lob into a beautiful spot, be handy like she was over the 1400. Opie on, big ticks, really pleased with her. And then we moved to Captured by Love. Obviously was really good at Riccarton. Very pleased with the way she's progressed throughout the week. Look, she didn't have the best week leading into that Group 1, hence why we scratched her, but she's bounced back. Really happy with the way she's looking. She's eating well, looks terrific. It does have a sticky barrier to overcome with that weight, but we're lucky enough we've got the best in the business on. And then we moved to When Stars Align. Look, this is a massive jump in class for him, but he's going well. His work's been good, but as I said, it's going to be very tough in that field. There is a lot of horses that look to be very promising black type throughout the season. And then we move on to Midnight Blue. Obviously he's had 3 runs this prep. Step up to 2400 metres is going to be ideal for him. Craig Rule's on 53.5 kilos. He really won't know what to do with himself. From the draw, we've taken the noseband off. Hopefully we can be a few spots closer than what we have been this season with him. But he's looking well, his work's been excellent, and it certainly will be D-Day for him on Saturday, but he looks well, the old boy, and expect a really big performance from him. Move to our final meeting for the weekend for the stable on Sunday at Trentham. Race 2, we have Paper Moon take place. Really happy with the way she's looking. Just had a few immaturity issues late in her 2-year-old season, hence why the long layoff, but looks great. 1,000 metres is certainly going to suit her against her own age group. Craig Rule's on. You can't expect much more after a good trials over the 800 metres. And then obviously in race 7 we've got 2 really high class sprinters that are racing in very good order. Trobriand and Insatiable. Look, they'll both be ridden much the same, just quietly. They can both get up on the steel a little bit and pull. So that horses to say for one crack at them, but Joe Doyle and Craig Rules are on, 2 of New Zealand's leading senior riders, so very pleased with that. So that closes out Te Akau TV this week with all our runners. Best of luck to all of our owners. There's obviously a lot of exciting gallopers to race and also to come up, so really looking forward to it. And if I was to lean one way for a best bet, it would be in the DJ Bloodstock 2-year-old 1100 on Saturday. It's a race that I'd really love to win for John and Denise, so we'll go Sword of Stars.